This is a brainstorm, so I might. The point is to have the best idea later on, like toward the end, because people have been talking about how they're going to pull off censorship resistant if they can't have censorship proof social media platform. Who's gonna do it? How are you gonna get it done? Now, if it starts as a crowd fund, forget about, like, don't even worry about cryptocurrencies. There's a platform, right? The easiest platform, it's the most used blockchain because it's the easiest one. It's called Wax. 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 The Wax Cloud wallet. Um, you know, there's 13 million or something, 13 million accounts. Okay, so there's a lot of accounts, and don't have to have, like, you don't have to put an investment on there and worry about losing it, because you can make your own NFTs. Now, if it's easy, you just upload a GIF, and then you just use the template to mint the NFT is free, right? So what you do is everybody who wants to support the platform, and when you find somebody that you want to crowdfund, don't worry about the money first. Don't worry about the money yet. Find who you want to run a platform, and it's going to be something like a decentralized autonomous organization. But you're going to start that. So if you don't have that, you can just manually kind of be that first until you get it'll become what it's supposed to later on. But I don't want to use technical terms and drive people off, and plus over intellectualize, and then I'm not the one to help you. So let's say you get together the group of people who aspires to start that platform. All right, there's your crowd fund, right? To let them know that they have the base or of organizational strength. Everybody that wants to support, make them one. Just mint an NFT and send it to them, right? And then join the Telegram. That's the first step. So because whoever starts it has to have the Telegram correspondence. So let's say several people want to be in this decentralized autonomous organization, right? That's going to start a platform. Maybe they're going to start with a message board, integrate the NFT into an ecosystem like a game. Don't think about making money, just think about making function, right? And so people are talking to each other and posting on Telegram all the time. Then some of those NFTs, if you can work out a narrative or a business model of gamification or some kind of utility, or maybe even physical backed NFTs or whatever, but you start generating interest, and there's ways to create rarity, uniqueness, and improving the blue check mark involves gamification of business models that you're part of an ecosystem with a unique standing in each of those ecosystems that comes together to make your unique UPC that can be your blue check mark. So you have like rudimentary things that are essentially the thing that you're asking for somebody to do, but it's a small niche group that will get larger. It will get larger. You Telegram, then you start bringing people over from Twitter. That's what you do. So and you want Telegram because it's encrypted and it recognizes NFTs. So you can have you can you can punch in a command in the chat of Telegram, and then certain if you want to say like features will pop up in your profile, or how you're shown to other people, or there'll be like little things to let them know that you're in this game, you're in that game, you're in this and that game. And those little so as far as social media, right, you start with the basic ability for somebody to just communicate with another person and with a lot of people at once. If you want to, like, you can even make one-of-a-kind NFTs and send it to an account like a letter. Like, it would be like, open it up and it's a letter, or just read it and just fucking burn it. Like, anybody can see it, but let's say you can't contact them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way for you to contact them, but they check their NFT's wallet and they see the NFT and they see what you want them. And it could just be like delegating a task or waiting for a piece of information. And you just use this shit strategically. And it's all like, even you'll come up with artifacts. There are some NFTs that we call artifacts, but we don't know what they're going to be yet until they're created. I heard some sophisticated NFT people talking about that for their plan for their platform, which was like a DeFi platform, or there might be a play to earn platform, or a PvP, player versus player platform, but as far as what people want to communicate with each other for, there's no need for social media apart from maybe their Discord. But what you want to get it to do is you want the platform itself to turn into a conveyance, like a way to convey something. Like, no, that's not the right word for conveyance. You want it to turn into an app. Essentially, you're just building an app. That's what everybody's talking about they want to do. It's just like, because it's not brought together under one title, like under one moniker, doesn't mean it's not an app. It could just be something that has to go through a stage in development before it becomes what it's supposed to be. It's like multimedia website or something. Like it might just be a message board, and with a link to a domain name or something like that, and it's a multimedia website. Now, there's things that can build out around that, and yeah. So, I'm still gonna hear people talking about, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna figure out crypto or something? But you're thinking you can use NFT without even using any money. Like, if you started today a group of 1,000 people that wanted to start trading memes that they made on Photoshop, right? They want to put these memes out on the internet because a lot of people feel that they have a role in fighting against authoritarian or something, but they're doing it in a creative way. Okay, so there's 1,000 of those people, right? If they wanted to form cohesion and they could it's like doing the functions of governance, and you make your own bucks, you make your own currencies and play around with it. Those things become relic, they become artifacts, or they become like mementos and stuff like that. So like 1,000 people that sent an NFT that they made themselves, right? And that will be like your profile. It would be like your profile. So that's how people get to know your account, right? And then you send that NFT that you made yourself to the collective account. That collective account. And okay, what I was back to saying, okay, is that if you got 1,000 people, I could see who's in that collective account, and I could send everybody the liquidity pool token that lets you participate in other ecosystems by earning that by trading the earnings from that liquidity pool token into other tokens. So get people just messing around with the encrypted app Telegram, with Discord, and bringing people over from Twitter to Telegram, interacting with the account of the collective that is the crowdfund, that is the source of the human resources, right? And it's all gonna be out. It's all open source. This open sourced activity can culminate into something that I just think it, like the point is to eventually, once you get to be big enough to where you're could be targeted, is to move onto multiple blockchains. So it's a launch. It's like you want to start on Wax, and then you want to off stage a replica of your ecosystem on like other blockchains. You know what I mean? Like a VeChain, Hive. Hive already has a big presence on what is it, Reddit or something? No, wait. Hive pays people to comment on their social media. I think it's just geared for that shit. And it's just geared for people of the mindset that want to find each other to do it. And it's just like the technology is going to assist people. They don't know that they're going to be working on this later yet. They don't know that yet. Like right now they think that it's going to be somebody else. And they're like, well, who's going to do it? And are they any good and everything? But everything doesn't have to be right now like streaming, because look, streaming sites, right? You want to all get together on where you could do a live streaming site, crowdfund it, and then people can get okay. Make sure that it's an NFT live streaming site, whereas maybe you have to build your own, so you can have like, you can market it as land. You could do that and have people like Upland. Upland is like a city grid, like you have like San Francisco or something, and you're like a real estate person and you try to turn properties over. You have art. I even bought Upland drugs. I bought an NFT that was drugs from the Upland community, and it was like it was a couple of bottles. I don't know what kind of drugs. It just said drugs. It was just like it's Upland drugs. Yeah, I like bought it, and because I was just like, I just like the not. I just thought it was cool. I was just like, and it was cheap. And then I sat on it for a couple of days, and then I realized that the price, like nobody was selling them for cheap anymore, and I was like, oh, I was gonna sell it, and it made like 10 times the value. It was like in a couple days. You just play around. You could just look for. There's people that just flip really cheap NFTs, because they think they're bottomed out. You know what I mean? Like you have farmers land coins. They used to be like 50 cents. Now they're like a fifth of it's like a fifth of a cent or something like that. And I notice a lot of people are just hogging them up, and it's because they think that that ecosystem, when they have events, that those get where those will be part of the burn, or people will have to upgrade, or they'll have to do something with those, then there won't be enough, you know what I mean? And they're just trying to scale in, experimenting with different ways to scale into different ecosystems. Sometimes it's about the NFT, sometimes it's about the utility token, sometimes it's specifically not about the utility token. They have systems of ways to sweat people out that are trying to speculate on their utility token. So maybe you can use the functionality, but expect the utility token to consistently go down, 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 down. You know what I mean? And it's for a design, like at some point in time, they want to buy back all of their shit for nothing, you know, and they just want it to work. That's just the way that they did it. So you have to read their white paper or see what it is that they're trying to do, but you can't just buy something without knowing what it is. Like, oh, just buy a lot of every little thing, but you, like, there's enough different, you might have to know about a specific date or time when you have to, when those are used for an event, and then after that event, those are worthless. You know what I mean? So, but it might be no price, but it might still be worth something to somebody, because maybe it's for the Internet of Things. Maybe it's just a supply chain thing where it's just keeping track of shit. And then, you know, there's like functions that I'm pretty sure that all the same functions that we're looking at from each industry in crypto will just pop up in NFT, and you'll be like, I thought you were being overgeneral. And I'm like, nah, not being overgeneral.